It requires learning from the disappointing decisions and actions, and reinforcement from the successful outcomes in past for a nation's advancement and solidarity. However, it is well understood, as in whatever shape they might be, memories hold great importance, and this was the reason archives was introduced. The word archives was originally developed from the Greek word archeon, which defines a place or building where the newspapers, books, governmental and non-governmental and other collections are preserved, which can be maximized for research and studies while required. Holding high importance to its history, every nation strives and takes measures to conserve memories of its values, customs, traditions, and culture results in the establishment of archives. Sindh Archives has the privilege of being the first archives of the province that came into existence as a result of such valued efforts. The history portrays the customs, values, traditions. The entire culture of Sindh is being preserved by this prestigious institution, instigated by the government of Sindh. Sindh Archives was established in 1976 on the proposal from a renowned scholar of Sindh, Pyar Ali Alana. Towards the end of next decade, in 1988, the current building was constructed as a result of determined efforts by the then Secretary of Culture, Mr. Abdul Hamid Akhund. Since then, the stakeholders of this organization have been endeavoring to preserve the treasure trove from the history of Sindh. A number of directors played a vital role in developing Sindh Archives. The outcome of spirited efforts houses at Sindh Archives in the shape of rare collections from 19th and 20th century, including the records from the old Chief Commissioner Office, Sindh, for the period of 1820 to 1936, Sindh High Court records, Session Court records, old map of cities of Sindh, assembly debates, District Registrar Office record, and various other records of Karachi. Millions of pages produced in English, Sindhi, Arabic, and Persian languages, 50% of which is handwritten. Besides these, the specialty of Sindh Archives is the old maps of Sindh, on which districts and tehsils are clearly rendered. These are preserved for meeting future demands, as it is a prestigious heritage for the generations to come. To preserve and conserve records at Sindh Archives, extensive resource, demanding and complex procedures have to be adopted. Procedure starts with the acquisition of a historical document or file, usually in a vulnerable condition. It is sent for fumigation, where it is left in a vacuum fumigation chamber for 48 hours. Therefore, Documents are examined page-wise and cleaned using special brushes and machines with great care. Then the documents are treated as governed by the examination undergo process involving numerous chemicals. Handwritten documents have to go through ink fixing to protect writing in case of wet process to flow. This process is known as traditional repairing. Pages that are too fragile for the above narrated process are treated by the process of lamination. Afterwards, the document is sent for microfilming, which is another method for preservation. Surrogating of the documentary heritage at Sindh Archives in terms of microfilming is carried out for it might be used in future, avoiding directly access to the original until and unless it is inevitable. Once the documents and files are thoroughly cleaned and repaired, they are sent for cataloguing and classification section, where all the collections including files, books, newspapers, etc. are catalogued and classified with the preparation of finding aids to facilitate searching the required in this huge treasure trove. From here, documents are transferred to IT section where they are scanned, edited and attached with the metadata which is being keyed in through the in-house developed softwares, followed by verifying the authenticity of the documents before being disseminated through the website for Sindh Archives for research and other interested users globally. Following the digitalization, the documents are sent for binding. Afterward, they are preserved in special acid-free boxes and have been shelved in stack area. The entire process is known as stages of preservation and conservation, going through which such valuable treasures are safely preserved. Sindh Archives also houses a library, which, due to its significant collection, holds a prominent status. This library contains more than 40,000 books about history, geography, culture, language, as well as Urdu general works, philosophy, Islam, social sciences, and various languages and religions. Apart from books, research journals, reports, various other information sources are part of this library. Also, there are numerous rare books that are not available elsewhere anymore, and which can facilitate researchers on historical events. Dr. Kalimullah Lashari envisioned two schemes: improvement and strengthening of Sindh Archives and establishment of e-archive online in 2004 and steer the archives to the modern lines. Sindh Archives continues to work towards preserving these valuable treasures and making their efforts even better. They have also taken safety measures such as surveillance system, off-site backup support, and firefighting system to overcome certain emergencies. And to comply with the technological advancement, digital archiving has been incorporated. Furthermore, modern techniques such as photo and oral archives have been established to fill the gap in history and consistently preserve the valued history. Support from the government of Sindh led to various projects being introduced by Sindh Archives, such as Commissioner Record Room, extension of Sindh Archives, improvement and strengthening of Sindh Archives, e-archives, improvement of district record room, expansion of conservation laboratory and emergency preparedness. With continuous support from the government of Sindh, Sindh Archives might someday acquire a prominent position both nationally and at international level.